I wish movie villains still talked like that.
Like they were from the 1940s and it was like a film noir type
Yeah.
setting.
He's just like Thanos is just like, yeah.
Thanos is
Snap of my finger.
snap of my finger will do you in. See, he ain't nothing but a hill of beans.
Was it worth it? Yeah, yeah.
But at what cost, Sherry? Everything.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're live. Hey everybody, what's going on? It is the SeaTactics back again with another King of Anime podcast. On break, I apparently decided to, I guess, not be on break and do a couple podcasts this week. Just because. Get out of the way. And KOA is pretty fun to do. I don't consider it something that takes up a lot of time. So yeah, during break, get another episode of KOA. And what an episode of KOA. We got Wonder Egg Priority, the finale of that show, and the Winter 2021 awards. It's going to be great. So, if you're not familiar with this show, every season we pick a bunch of shows, and throughout the season, we pass or kill them. Takes 2 passes to pass the show on. Takes 2 kills to kill the show off. And I'm helped by my co-host. So, co-host, introduce yourself. Bruno?
Oh, I guess EA dog. Yo, Sasuke Savage here, chilling. Good Monday, Fruits Basket Monday. So it was a pretty good day for me.
EA still dead?
No, I'm sorry. I had to shut the door because it was making noise. But yeah, I'm here, and it's a good day for me as well. Just because, it's a blessing to be alive.
Gonna pin some merch in the comments. I always forget to shout this out, but any donations during the show, like super chats or whatever, or if you buy a King of Anime podcast t-shirt, it is split between all 3 of us. The t-shirt is split between EA and Satsuki. I don't get any of that, but everything else is split 3 ways. So if you're gracious enough, give out a donation or a super chat of some kind. We'll probably read it. With that out of the way, you guys want to talk about Wonder Egg Priorities finale?
I suppose so.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Wonder Egg Priority, episode 12. It's been 12 episodes of this show. This show went by really fast. It was the show to replace ReZero, and I think a good replacement. So what do you guys think about this final episode?
I wouldn't go that far, if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, I understand why we couldn't cover ReZero, but I wouldn't say it was a good replacement over that show. But I know why Sasuke would say that. My heart goes out to you.
Wait, oh my goodness. Can we not talk about this?
I'm just confused. I'm like a kid in a corner when the parents arguing. I'm like, why?
EA, why?
I'm sorry. I won't bring it up again. I'll leave that one alone. I'll leave it alone, just like the Rock Hippo.
Thank you.
Well, forgot to say hi to the chat, by the way. So what's up, Victor G, Marshall, Suzant, Slowly, Alejandro, the King, BBC 420.
The King? He's on the King of Anime?
Yeah, let's hope. The King should be on the King of Anime. BBC 420, which is a very unfortunate name. I apologize.
Blaze it.
T Muto, Decrepit Storm, which is a great metal band name, or a metal album. Marshall again, and Marvin, what's up? Rising's over on Twitch. What's up, Rising? Gotcha. What's going on? So yeah. Now that we got introductions out of the way, what do you guys think about this episode?
Well, for me personally, I don't know. I think this, if this is how this show ends.
Well, it's
This
got
is,
another episode. It's got a special. It's probably gonna be like an hour or something. My guess.
Oh wait, it has a special?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't the final
Oh.
episode. We still have to kill and pass it, like legit.
Okay. I thought that was it because now my tune is changed immensely. I still think it was a bit meh for supposedly being the final episode, but there's going to be a special. When did they announce? Did they? Because I didn't see it at the end of the episode. It was just I looking into the camera saying, "Thanks for watching. Bye."
Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
That's why I was like, "That's it."
Yeah, they announced it last week. I'm pretty sure. We don't know any details besides. I think it's just special. It's by the same studio,
Okay.
same cast,
Then
same
maybe
production staff.
I won't be so hard on it then because the way
leave him alone.
Super Reach is
Really?
like. So does EA hate Wonder Egg?
Well, it's just the way that it ended right there. Okay. And this is just my initial thoughts, just the way that it was, not knowing about the super special episode coming later, but just by itself, it's disappointing. I got to admit, because by itself, it didn't answer all the questions. We got shoehorned and introduced to a villain last episode before this one. And now all of a sudden, I can travel through alternate dimensions somehow, and I couldn't tell you how or why.
Dude,
So that's why I was.
Sorry, continue.
Oh, no, I was just basically going to say. So I don't know why or how they thought that was a good idea to leave off on that note. But since I know they're getting another episode, I guess I will hold back my judgment, and I will wait and see when that episode comes out. Then I'll take I'll put down the mighty hammer and give it the harshness it deserves. But until then, I will reserve judgment.
This episode had that. I'm trying to think of a series that does this, where it has like a series, and it concludes with a somewhat incomplete ending in a sense, and then has something after the fact to wrap it up. Like Evangelion did that. Which in terms of Evangelion, I'm glad it did that because the movie was fucking awesome. But like I think when that happens, even with Evangelion, which is kind of beloved and hated in many ways, like it's deflating, I guess. It's like taking a balloon and just poking a hole in it, and it's not bad. But I can definitely see why lots of people I don't know what their reaction is, would be, I don't know, sort of deflated by this ending. Though I do want to say that I think despite the lackluster, because I do agree that some of it is lackluster. Like it was just kind of like, okay, that was interesting, I guess. Like to me, the whole middle portion was just kind of gold, and the beginning and ending were just there. I didn't like the opening scene. I liked the shot that it was going with. It was unique. But like I felt myself a little lost in this episode, if I'm going to be honest.
Same.
And not in the places I think you're supposed to be lost and figure out. I mean, just like that beginning scene just didn't, like, I couldn't place how we got there, you know? And throughout the episodes, once again, besides the scenes where you're kind of supposed to figure it out after the fact and think about it, like, it was, I don't know, I just felt it wasn't all over the place. It was almost all over the place. It was just a little weak in many ways. And I think because of that, a lot of things suffered, just like what's going on and that kind of thing. So I don't think it's a bad episode. I think is better than the last one, I want to say. But it's definitely not. It's like if last episode was a 7, this one's like a 7.5 or 4. And that's just because the epic the epic animation and fighting in this was. There was like there was a couple shots in this that were like perfectly, in my opinion, describe and show off like what Wonder Egg's art style is, like perfectly. And I loved it. Like some really like really artistic shots, I would say. But I'll let you guys speak now.
Yeah, I definitely think this episode was a lot stronger than the last one because just the action scenes in it, and for it to set up what it did with the special episode, I thought it was good. Like we have Rika who has the vengeance against I forgot the one that attacked her. I forgot, it was like Dot and another one, but we got it set up to where she is hell bent on trying to kill them, but we saw that the 2 test dummies are not letting her through again. But once we get to the special episode, she's gonna be able to have her fight and whatnot. So I think like that setup was good. Some of the stuff with I and her confronting herself, her past parallel self, on like if she didn't have a friend like Koito who kept her from committing suicide, because that version of I, she didn't have Koito, so she went through with the suicide, and we saw, you know, how that completely changed her life. Like this I has you know, she has 3 more friends. She's more confident. She doesn't hide her other eye. She's just genuinely happy. So I like the fact that we got the parallel version of I, and she was able to confront herself. It was confusing with when we broke through the other parallel worlds, and then when I still can't remember her name. Whenever the villain character came in there and like shot her eye, I was confused. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know if that's going to be wrapped up in the last episode. So I kind of like, I feel where EA is coming from, like thinking that this was it. If this was the last episode, I would have been very disappointed. But I think with us having one more episode to go, it gives a lot of hope that some of this stuff will get resolved and wrapped up.
Decrepit Storm says, sorry, I think it's important to note. Decrepit Storm says, not 100% sure on this, but I've heard there were production issues a few weeks ago, which resulted in the recap episode and the final episode being pushed back to be a special in a few months. So it seems conjecture on Decrepit Storm's part, based off some sources he has, I guess. But if that is true, then that explains a lot.
Right, it really does. But I had a point and I was going to say something. I forgot. Anyway, continue, Sasuke.
I don't really have much to add to that. I thought this episode, like overall, was above average. I think I'm not really on this show as much as other people are. Maybe I just don't look too deep into it, and maybe that's the issue. Because like I do feel like this show has a lot of like underlying themes and other things that you could pick apart from it. But like I said, like I've just been enjoying it as it is on the surface level.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. Nicole says, I hope Wonder Egg ends well, because the first 75% of the show is 10 out of 10. And yeah, I think in my opinion, I think her opinion kind of captures my opinion, like from a surface level, generally what I think about the show. It's overall a pretty good show in my opinion, and as long as it ends strong, I think this is a really good turnout for this show. So that's just me.
Yeah, for sure. Being an anime only series and getting the attention that it's got, because a lot of people really are like in love with the show. So I think it's a success for sure. But yeah, everything is dependent on how it closes out. I mean, even if it's like a lackluster episode, it still did its thing. It was still enjoyable.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I also feel like our conversation and tone is kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
For it right now, but like I really, really enjoyed this show. I've enjoyed even these like last 3 or 4 episodes that have come out. I really hooked on it, really into it. As I mean, as I said in the last episode, when EA and Satsuki started pointing out stuff, like I didn't even realize those mistakes because I was so hooked into the show and what was going on, and not paying enough attention. So I think that goes to show that even then, I mean, I think this episode, out of like the last kind of so episodes, I think it's definitely the best one of the bunch. But yeah, I wish it would have got back to kind of the main cast. I think that's what hurt it with these last few episodes, was it kind of got away from that and it started exploring other topics and other stuff, which I think are really cool. I think the stuff it explored were out of nowhere, left field kind of surprises that kind of left me for a loop in a good way. But yeah, I think I enjoyed the main cast, what they were up to and their stories. I would have much preferred they do that than even those last 3 or 4 episodes, just because I think it just makes most sense. And it would be a stronger series overall.
I think for me, I said this last time, I felt like once we got to our ultimate goal, it was kind of disappointing because I wanted some emotional weight to the meeting of the people that everyone was trying to save. And in this episode, that was there at least. But I felt like it wasn't there for other characters like Momo, for Rika, and we didn't even get to see Neru's side of it. We didn't get to see her and her sister. So I imagine that should be in the last episode. But like I said, that was my biggest issue. I felt like that should have been a factor.
I think this, so as we know, there's a lot of really cool action in this series. When I first started watching this, my vision of the way this series would end and how it would progress is totally different than what it's turning out to be. I thought, when I first watched it, I thought the ending was going to be like this great big battle at the end where all the girls are fighting, their each individual enemies or whatever, and they're doing it like all together at once, that kind of thing. So yeah,
very Madoka Magica-esque.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but really, it just, I don't know. It kind of took like a weird sci-fi turn in many ways.
Yeah, and to me, I think that's one of the bigger issues for me is just how, I don't know, just how much of that turn it was, and how it just kind of, to me, it felt like it turned into a completely different show altogether. Once that happened, once we got introduced to Frill, and her popping action was just like, oh my god, there were so many plot holes. It was almost comical. You know what I mean? It was almost to the point of just ridiculousness, and I don't know. I would say I'm a little. I agree with both of you when you say the characters are the most important part and the more focal point to this whole show, and that the bigger mistake was focusing on other characters. Not to say that they can't do that and make them interesting. I just don't think they were as interesting as the 4 girls, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think when we had when we had the episode center on those characters, we didn't have any of these complaints. The only one that was weird was the one with Neru, because that one focused more so on the girl she was trying to save, which wasn't her sister, who was like the one we were working towards in the end.
Right.
So that one felt weird, but all the episodes centered on them, the ones with I and her, at the end of the episode, her not covering her eye and like going back to school, the episode with Rika and her cutting herself and how she deals with her mom, with Momo and her whole gender thing going on. Like all of those episodes were really good, but we focused on the crash test dummies and Frill. It was like, wait, huh?
Right. It was a completely different show at that point, and it's almost kind of messed up in a way. Like, I felt like it took a huge turn once we started killing off the Pokemon, and
Yeah.
it was.
God, the Pokemon were the heart of the show.
I mean, it just was just. It felt like it was just there just to be shocking, but with no context behind it. And then they just threw in the whole, oh, by the way, there's a villain, second to last episode. That's why they're killing Pokemon all of a sudden. But
I think this show could have used 3 or 4 more episodes.
Oh my god, easily. The recap episode, in my opinion, I still think hurt it.
Yeah, the flow of it. It hurt the flow of it.
It really did.
So any other final thoughts about Wonder Egg Priority Episode 12?
I think it was very smart of I to return her Pokemon back into her vessel before. Like, she did that so fast. The second she saw that creepy looking thing, she was just like, Neru, no, not Neru. What do you say? Venti, to return them. And yeah, Leon, or she calls him Leon.
Leon.
So that's it for me.
Don't trust art teachers. I guess that's the only thing I have to say.
Yes. So I will say
Right.
that his he's just a giant head. That's some great animation. Like great animation. I immediately was like, can somebody kill that thing, please?
Oh, they totally ripped off Naruto and Datara. When he said art is an explosion, that is Datara's catchphrase. They stole that.
Damn, dude.
Maybe they were paying homage.
Naruto's gonna sue Wonder Egg.
Yeah, Kishimoto, sue they ass.
Naruto. Killer Pass. I'm passing.
Well, since there's one more episode after, when is it coming out? Do we know?
No idea.
June, I think.
Holy crap.
This summer, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to. I want to, like I said, I want to hold my judgment. I know I'm being a little harsh on it, but I want to see it have. I want to see it end first before I say anything else. So I'll pass it.
Oh my god, it's late June too, June 30th.
Ugh.
Wow.
We're not going to care by the time we get there.
We're not going to remember.
Right. I'm not going to know anyone's name.
Who's this? Why is her eyes different color?
Yeah, that was never like that, was it?
He is going to be like, what are their names again?
Yeah, because I'm bad with
Charlotte?
names. Right. Is it Charlotte, Momo, the 2 rock stars? What are their names?
Yeah, you're gonna be like the fans, the crazy fangirls. You're gonna be like, those were main characters, right?
Yeah, they were totally in the show the whole time. I miss them.
I do. That was a good episode. But
I love that episode.
So yeah, I guess we're all giving it a pass. Before we get into the awards part, catching up on some comments from people. Greetings from Mexico. I'm a new subscriber. How's your AOT manga reading been going, Read chapters 117 and 118 of AOT. Pretty great. Got a video coming out on it whenever. It's gonna be awesome. What do I need to do to get a comment on my screen? To get my comment on the screen? Comment, I guess. I don't know any Spanish. I think they're cursing me out in Spanish or something.
Let me read it. Where is it?
I'm
trying to find it.
It's not too far up. It's at the top.
It's at the top.
Right below Dragon. I can't say Dragon Gaming, whatever his name is.
Dragon Gaming. Okay, I don't know where it is.
I cry. We'll see.
It's all right.
Do manga reviews for AOT? Yes, I will. Working on it. The manga is very good, by the way. Very, very good. Pick says, hello, big fan. Thank you
Well,
for
that's
being a big
why
fan of
the
Satsuki's
message
abs.
was retracted. That's why I couldn't see it. It was retracted.
Super Injustice says ReZero is still the best for me. I mean, I know you guys watch ReZero. Is it still the best for you?
No.
Same.
You
I
want?
wonder- I
Wait,
wonder
what
why.
happened? What happened?
Super Injustice says ReZero is still the best for me. Is it still the best for you, EA?
I really liked this season. Like, it was really, really good. Like, and I'm probably going to say something that's going to offend a lot of people right now, but I like the first season better than the second season.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That I like the first season better than the second season.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. I think season 2 is stilted and clunky.
I mean, the only reason I think season 2 kind of, I wouldn't say like suffers, because then that would mean that it was bad, because I enjoyed it, but we spent a lot of time in the temple.
Yeah.
Like 50 episodes in the temple.
It's much worse than the web novel. In my opinion, being outside of the ReZero community and not watching it and engaging with it all the time, season 2 is like season 1 is like an 8 easy. Season 2 is like a 7.5.
I love season 1. Like
Same?
it just the flow of it, just because you never spent too much time in one location and then you went to another place and then we got new characters, new location. It just was like, it flowed so perfectly, and that was all within 25 episodes, and it was, I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. Yeah, but in this season it was just stay here and die and try again.
Well, I'll probably never really engage or watch ReZero again. ReZero season 3 is probably the most comparable to season 1, so I think you will like season 3 quite a bit.
Okay.
Did they announce season 3?
No.
Okay.
They didn't announce anything yet. Everybody who's a ReZero YouTuber is crying right now.
Well, good. Victor says, yeah, we want to know how's your manga reading in a couple hours. Leaks from 139 will start. Careful with spoilers. Cry.
Oh, what was that?
That's me crying. That's me fretting.
That sounded
fretting
like
future.
that sounded like you were dipping your toe into some icy cold water or something.
Alejandro says, so now all three of you are caught up with Fruba, or is the last one of you still missing out? No, we're all caught up.
Fruba? Oh, Fruit Basket?
Yeah, Fruit Basket.
Yeah, we're all caught up.
Why do you say it like you're unsure?
Unless there was an episode 2 that came out, I'm pretty sure I'm all caught up.
Well, there's a 24-part OVA series. That's super
no, there's not. You lie.
W6 says, "What up, KOA? The awards part is going to be exciting. Yeah, we're about to get into that. It's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. X-Arm winner 2021 winner.
Oh God, no. I mean, no. I'll be quiet.
Alejandro says, "Yeah, Mushuko is my anime of the season. You know what? I really like Mushuko Tensei. Well, maybe we'll have some awards to hand out for Mushuko Tensei." Super Bleach says, "I wish season 2 focused more on the Knights and Regulus. That's in season 3. Season 4 is literally just Echidna and Amelia, and that's and big
and banging.
Elsa. Well, maybe.
Wait, Elsa's gonna be in season 4?
That would be weird if she was in season 4.
But that's what you just said.
I mean, there is a scene they cut out in ReZero season 2 that has me proper angry. So I don't think I'm ever gonna watch season 2. I'm never gonna finish it just because they cut that scene out.
Oh.
Can't do it. How could you? How could you cut that part out? Holographic with a $9.99 super chat says, "Watch Vivi Flortier Eyes Song."
Maybe that's Fluorite.
Satsuki, what are your thoughts on watching Vivi?
Why do I get asked my opinion? I'll just say this: when Hollow kept asking me for us to watch that show, I did not understand it. I was like, what possibly could be? What could the show be about, or like how did it grab Hollow's attention for him to act like this?
Blue hair girl, written by Tapei.
Did you?
That's that, and the latter part is the swinger. When I said I looked it up. I read the synopsis. And I was like, okay. Then I looked at the wallpaper. I said, oh, okay. And then I looked at the writers, and then I seen Tepe. I said, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Listen. Hollow
Did you read the
doesn't remember-
synopsis?
Hollow doesn't remember, but we covered a Tapei show last season before winter, and it died.
It was terrible.
It was bad.
It was where women turned into airplanes. It was horrible.
They turned it. Wait, I don't
they didn't
remember
turn
this
it.
show. Did they turn?
They didn't turn it to airplanes.
Oh no, that's right. Right. I'm sorry. I was thinking of that other one where they were like boats or something.
Azure Lane, I think, Lani.
Well, even in Azure Lane, I don't think they turn into boats.
Didn't they?
It's like,
They turn into something.
They turn into a gotcha game.
They turn into fucking Thomas the Tank Engine. That's what they do.
Ringo Starr is just narrating it. Oh God. Krishna says Yuru camp, Yuru camp, Yuru camp, Yuru camp, Yuru camp, Yuru camp, camp.
Insightful.
What is that?
It's a cute slice of life show about girls going on camping trips.
Time to burn it.
It's really popular. It's really popular.
Sounds like I'd hate it.
I think every season has like an 8 point something on my anime list, like one of the highest.
Really? It's about lollies camping?
It's not lollies. It's just young girls, I guess. You know, the young girl demographic, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen. Listen, there's a GIF of corgis like tackling one of the girls, and it's hilarious. And that's all I care about.
Is violence against little girls?
Yes. Shotgunning and drop kicking lollies. That's what KOA is about.
Mm-hmm. Everybody knows.
We discriminate
from the Shuko days.
Oh, the Shuko days were terrible. That season of KOA was miserable.
It really was. We had Shuko and fucking flapjacks. That's what we had to look forward to.
That was the season we killed that Tapei show with flying girls.
It sure was.
Oh, and I remember when AOT came out, it felt like we had been delivered. Like
I hurt my hand that season. Like shit was happening that had nothing to do with anime. It was just a bad time in general.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was the ending of 2020. The awful year.
Oh,
dude, this year's so much better. So much better. This year's like,
I know.
This year, people said it's gonna be worse. We are 4 months into this thing solid, and we are doing good.
Yeah.
Holographic just said Vivi or I riot.
Time to riot.
I don't think we want to incur the wrath of Hollow. I've heard he's killed 100 men with one toothpick.
Why is this
with one toothpick?
From a script?
Yep.
It does sound like he's reading from a script. He has killed 100 men with one toothpick.
Feel the power of my magic.
I don't want to influre the rage of Hollow. Graphic.
Well, Hollow Vivi has my blessings. So
what does that mean? What does that mean, Satsuki?
It means that I would not mind watching Vivi.
Oh shit! Does that mean we're going to hell again?
No.
I swear to God, if in Vivi fucking something ReZero shows, if Rim shows up, it's dead. I'm not going back. Not going back.
But if Elsa's there, then
Yeah, I like
every
Elsa.
episode,
Elsa's in Vivi?
maybe.
We don't know.
I guess we'll never know.
Decrepit Storm says on the topic of Morning ReZero, have any of you checked out Vivi? Alejandro says Eurocamp movie incoming. Is that the next show that Hollow's gonna be like cover it? You know, Hollow's in the lollies, I've heard. So
Yeah.
from Hollow directly.
Here's what the synopsis is from Vivi. It's really short. An AI named Matsumoto appears before Vivi, the world's first autonomous humanoid AI. The mission is to rewrite history in order to stop a war between robots and humans. It's fucking Terminator.
Vivi's got to save John Connor.
It's Terminator. What the hell?
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Come sit on my lap.
Don't
Wait,
they
what?
play music or something?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. That kind of music?
No clue.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
This became Sound Euphonium, the podcast.
Dun, 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 dun. 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 I'm dying.
Terminator's great. Can we talk about Terminator?
I would rather watch Terminator 2 Judgment Day than Vivi.
We should just, I heard Vivi's a really good show. We should just treat it like it's X-Arm. Like every week, just shit on it.
Just shit on it, and then make Hollow just cry every time we shit on it.
Yeah, and it's just a total joke. Just try to think of the worst things to say about something. That's totally doesn't matter how good it is.
For an AI, she sure is ugly.
And, oh my god! And then at the very end, we should do a special King of Anime podcast where we title it Vivi Review or whatever, like Vivi King of Anime podcast special, like we did for Vinland Saga, and talk about it for 5 minutes, just shit on it even more, and then talk about Terminator too.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We are totally off track. We are totally off track.
We're going, yeah.
Skipping some stuff, sorry. John asks about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Stone Ocean has been announced. Probably most of you already know. Yes, I am going to be doing part 6, Steph. So there we go. I'll be doing part 6 videos.
Watch a part 4. Almost done though.
I'll be doing part 5 videos as well. Be finishing that up. I'll try to as well, finish up that Hunter x Hunter series. I know Satsuki likes when I talk about Hunter x Hunter.
You're dead to me.
What did I do?
It's been like 2 years.
I'm sorry. Listen.
Are you though?
I'll get there. Gon is like my favorite character. Kurapika, he's great. Leoria.
Kurapika?
Yeah, Kurapika. He's
Karapi the rapper?
He's Onyan Kanpon's cousin.
Oh yeah. You gotta believe.
Zero Murph Sense says, just want to say, big fan. Been watching a lot of your videos covering Promised Neverland and AOT. I never cover Promised Neverland. That anime never existed. They never adapted it.
Nope, not the second season anyway.
I don't remember any anime for Promised Neverland. Maybe I just got really high.
Because I got
people really like our Terminator cover. Terminator is getting anime. Terminator over Terminator? What does that mean?
I don't know. I think I know what time it is.
Terminator time?
No, it's time to get into the awards.
We should. So let's talk about the awards as I write in the current topic to be Winter 2021 awards in all caps and exclamation marks.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I'm going to
Please-
set up for this one. Let me put on my suit real quick.
Please be sure to wipe.
All right.
No.
So, this is the awards part of the show where we talk about things involving awards. And they're great. So, we usually start with best written female character. We just shorten that to the Waifu Award. You know what? I usually ask you guys to go first, but this time I'll go first. I picked for my best written female character, air quotes waifu. This is gonna be don't call me any weird lolicon names or whatever, guys. But Gabby Braun. I picked Gabby.
Cancel him.
Damn
Cancel him.
I picked Gabby Braun because honestly, like she's just kind of, I just think she's the best written female character of AOT this season, and I think AOT is the best show of this season. So I think that just kind of works out pretty well for that. I like how she starts out as this really racist, indoctrinated soldier, and by the end of the season, she's just literally picked up and dragged through the mud constantly. And it got to the point where the last 2 or 3 episodes, she just has this awful, just like she got beat the shit out of for 3 days straight and hasn't drinking water and is dehydrated and just this most awful look on her face, like she's just seen a dead body, but a lot of them. And it seems that, especially after the last episode of Attack on Titan, it seems like there is a change coming for Gabby in the next part of the final season. I'm all aboard for that. I really like Gabby. She had it all. She had a lot of elements of a character I really like, and she made noticeable development and improvements in her character overall. And I just really, really, really enjoyed it following her character, especially as well Falco. Both of those characters together, I don't think you could mention just Gabby alone. I think Falco is a really underrated aspect of her character in that regards. EA, who did you pick?
Okay. I picked Emilia Sama from ReZero.
She got Prego, right, at the end?
Apparently. But that's neither here nor there, and we don't know who the daddy is. When it comes to Emilia, season 1, I was one of those people that thought she was the most stupidest, worthless, absolutely pointless characters out there. And why in the world did Subaru like her? It wasn't until season 2 in which I really understood where she came from. I saw the growth in her and saw what she overcome, and she really did go through this absolutely amazing arc to where she was, well, I guess at the very end she still was kind of ditzy with the whole, well, I'm pregnant now because we just kissed, Subaru. But I think Subaru will introduce that aspect later on in their relationship as to how babies are made. But overall, I feel like Emilia just really shined the whole season 2. That's not to take away from Ram. That's not to take away from all the other ladies that were in ReZero, but I feel like Emilia, hands down, was just the centerpiece for season 2, and just overall was just an overall spectacular increase of who I thought was she swayed me from not really caring about her to she's one of my favorite characters in ReZero. So that's who I have for winter 2021 waifu.
You know,
award.
Those thoughts about how you didn't like him, well, you know, were completely swayed and she became your favorite character by the end. Same thing. I felt the exact same way. Love Amelia.
Yeah, season 1, I was just like, why does Subaru like this person?
No. Like, she's a pretty elf girl, but that ain't a very good reason.
Right. Yeah, season 2 completely changed my mind.
Satsuki, who did you pick?
All right. My choice was Nino Nakano from Quintessential Quintuplets,
Hell
QQ
yeah.
for short. I chose Nino because, well, for one, I felt like if I didn't choose Nino this season, then I would never choose her again. So it's more so just the timing of everything. I feel like this was Nino's arc in Quintessential Quintuplets, because for one, like, a lot of people are seeing this what they perceive to be a change in Nino, because she went for someone who was very opposed to Futaro, to the classic Tsunade we see now. But what I like about Nino is that she hasn't really changed, and I think the way she's done is a cool way to do a static character like her, because she's someone who she didn't change. It's just the circumstances changed, and we're seeing a different side of her, because she went from someone who went from drugging Futaro, pushing him away, to someone who loved him. But the only thing that really changed is the fact that she doesn't see Futaro as an enemy, and like the core of her character that's always stayed consistent is the fact that she's really overprotective of her sisters. And now that she sees Futaro as someone who isn't working against her sisters, she has changed her approach to him. And I love Nino also just because when it comes to her love, is very is very hands-on, is very head first, headstrong. She just goes for it. She's the only Quint to confess her love to Futaro straight up, at least the first one. And I always like a direct approach like that in general. So for me, Nino, best Quint, and best waifu of this season.
Nice.
She plays basketball, right?
That's
No.
Yotsuba.
Damn it.
Yeah. That's my favorite one. I love Yotsuba. I actually just bought. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Never mind.
Whoa. Wait. Now I'm concerned.
Now, was it a body pillow or?
No, it's just a figure.
Oh God.
Okay.
Listen, I've only bought one before this. Technically, I bought two, but they were for a totally different reason. I'm getting rid of those. Probably just gonna give them away to friends.
Right. I just wanted to get rid of these. They look so ugly on my mantle. It's just.
No, I'm not really into figure thing unless there's a character I really like. But I bought a Yotsuba one because I just really like Yotsuba. Like, I don't know. It's my favorite one out of all of them. Don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. I designed this rhyme to remind myself why.
I try so hard.
So Alejandro makes a very questionable comment. Says, Raiha, best girl. Futaro was never going to end up with best girl, but I can. On many different levels. This is weird.
We are not the police, Alejandro, but we may have to direct you towards some.
So EA, to explain to you why this is not a good thing to say, Raiha, best girl. Raiha's the youngest of the characters. She's like 12 or something.
Okay.
Futaro was never going to end up with best girl. Well, Raiha is Futaro's sister. But I can. Raiha's a 12-year-old. So
I the only thing I get is that they're all underage, so I look at it as that's bad.
No,
Yeah,
whoa.
good way to look at it.
Hold on.
Yeah.
EA, your patented patented voice actor to character age ratio, the math, as I believe you call it.
Yes.
You could do it with QQ. I'm sure many of these VAs are probably in their 30s.
Yeah. They're not drawn like high school women, that's for damn sure.
They are not. They are definitely not. Somebody says Armin is best girl. Yes. So, out of these three, I like all of them. Can't just every one of them win?
Can we have a 3-way tie?
Yeah. You know what? We'll start with Satsuki. Satsuki's always the level-headed one. Who do you think should go first?
Okay, being the Attack on Titan stan here, I feel like we had to get rid of Gabby just because, not because I don't think Gabby's great. I just don't think you've seen the conclusion of her character to put her over Amelia, because I think Amelia is more complete this season than Gabby is in this season of Attack on Titan. Like, you see the progression, but it hasn't reached its conclusion yet. I feel like this season was more so Amelia's than anything. So yeah, I would even put Amelia over Nino. Nino is more of a personal choice for me because I love her, but Amelia did a lot of great things this season that you can't ignore. I actually think that she was one of the best characters in general, excluding just like the female portion of it, of ReZero.
I agree.
Amelia for the win. Yay.
I'll say it now. I will say it now. Amelia literally is the best character in ReZero Season 2. I know everyone loves Echidna because of her tea and her massive
Proportions,
yes, this season. But yeah, Amelia is just head and shoulders, I think, just the best character in general, in my opinion. So
Oop.
What the hell? Are you falling downstairs with the cartoon sound effects? What's going on?
So I accidentally dropped my phone, and I was trying to be smooth about it and like catch it before it fell. So it was like, whoa, and then it just fell. So my bad. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I thought it was on mute.
Somebody says no Beatrice. That's true, but I still think Amelia is the best character of Season 2. At least my opinion. I don't know if you change your opinions with Beatrice. But I love Beatrice. Beatrice is literally my overall favorite character in ReZero. But
same.
Yeah. So I agree. If Gabby is out, then it's got to go immediately to Amelia. Even though I love Nino as well.
Snaps.
So Amiriaton has won. She is the waifu of this season.
Good choice.
Best written male character has Bondo. I pick Reiner Braun because I love him. He's the best. He's best boy. He went from, I always liked Reiner, I guess, but he went from a character that I didn't quite I didn't really pay much attention to outside of the moments he was in. But with this season, just everything he went through and how much they just shone a light on this guy's character, and I love him. I love him so much. How he's dealing with just really hating himself to the extent that he wants to commit suicide, and even later on, essentially is begging at Aaron's feet for him to kill him right in front of Falco, someone the whole reason he stopped to himself from committing suicide in the first place. Right in front of him he's totally just given up. He's so vulnerable at this stage in the series, and I think there are definitely better, I guess, characters in AOT final season so far, but Reiner to me just showed so much that he didn't in other seasons that it just surprised me. And to me, this was just a no-brainer for me to pick. Reiner. And by the end, when he's in the Zeppelin and he's doing the epic stare down with Aaron, well, not literally, but figuratively doing the epic stare down, that look on his face, I was just like, yes, we need another Reiner versus Aaron. That's the only thing I really want in this series at this point, is just for Reiner and Aaron to just beat the shit out of each other for like 8 episodes straight. That's all I want at this point.
Sound very sadistic.
I mean, when it first happened in season 2, that was like one of my favorite moments was that fight between them. And then, of course, that moment got the whole Hanj thing on Aaron's shoulder. Getting a little excited. That was really nice.
I like the little paw. Searching for the right word.
Listen, I have a speech impediment. I try my best. But yeah, like, it's just character is really sophisticated and vulnerable and just really sad. But at the same time, by the end, I think he found like his own strength to carry on, and that was to just get revenge for everything he did, for what Aaron did to them, and all of what that means. So yeah, Reiner Braun, my pick for Husbando. Love him. EA.
All right. All right. I have a little theme going on, I guess. I picked Subaru from ReZero. Season 2, Subaru went through so much shit. He went from getting destroyed by Garfield to just, getting his brains eaten out by cute little bunnies. He went through a lot, emotionally, physically, whatever you want to put through it. And at the end of the day, he showed that he could lean on some people and that he can't do it all on his own. He had Otto, and he eventually convinced Garfield to join the side and got Ram in there as well. And at the end of the day, he became the hero, the one that everyone deserves. Wait, no, what's that saying? Not the one you needed, but the one we deserve. Subaru is the main character we deserve. And he definitely proved his worth this season. That's for damn sure. He got the girl. He got Amelia,
the big booby elf girl.
He got Amelia. He got he got her. He got her some. Ram was Rem was kind of forgotten. But Ram was
who cares about
more. Yeah, exactly. She's dead to us. but Ram was more in the forefront this time, which was cool to see. But yeah, Subaru overall just I really don't know what else to say other than he literally, as somebody's just spamming some in the chat, get his ass.
Yeah.
People are just fucking stupid. Anyway, Subaru's great. Subaru is
remove
the
somebody
man.
else's comment. Sorry for that.
It's okay. You gotta. People just gotta be idiots.
Yeah.
Anyway, Subaru's great. For the win, and yeah, that's my choice for Husbando.
All right. My choice for a Husbando was Izumi Miyamura from Horimiya. Now, this one is more in the actual sense of what you think of a Husbando when you first hear it, like a character that you would want as a husband, rather than the best written character. Because I don't think he's better written than Subaru or Reiner or anything like that. He does have depth to his character, but Uh, like he is just if I were a girl, I would definitely date this man. He is great.
He's
He will
beautiful.
cook, clean. He is hilarious. He's someone who's very easygoing, and I just love the romance between him and Hori. Like there's a scene in there. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'll just talk about this one scene. There's a scene in there where Hori is just she likes it when Miyamura is more assertive. So she gets him to call her a bitch. And then he hates doing it. He hates it because he doesn't want to call her that, but he does it just because she likes it. Like stuff like that, where he'll just like he'll compromise on certain things with the relationship. Like he'll watch scary movies even though he doesn't really like them either. I think that's like a cool part of his character, because that's what you have to do in a relationship in real life. You have to make compromises. But yeah, Miyamura's great, funny character. But if you ask me who's the best written out of the characters that we named, I'm leaning more towards, and this is gonna sound like ReZero wanking, but I'm leaning more towards Subaru. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2-1, I guess. I guess Subaru wins. Another ReZero character taking it. So yeah, I'm okay with that. It's fine with me. I will say, not reading comments anymore for the rest of the stream. So that's what happens when spoilers come out. If you see any,
People just gotta be dumb.
if you see any, point them out and shame them.
I don't know what it is. Trolls were coming onto my stream and Twitch. Trolls were coming onto here. It must be that time of the month.
Yeah, must be that time of the month for the trolls. Don't worry, I'll get mine.
All right.
Okay.
Next
That's so
award.
scary.
Next award. MILF certified. I don't know who thought of this one.
I wonder.
It certainly wasn't I.
It wasn't me. That's honest.
It wasn't me. So
Wait, was this an award we had last season?
It sure was.
It was. So it was me. Damn it.
well, not exactly. We had this award, but it wasn't. I don't think it may have not have been last year. I'm not sure actually.
Well,
we had an
I-
award like this one time though.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
yeah,
let's get to the mills.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I
C's favorite
picked.
award.
Yes, I win. I don't care who wins. I'm gonna be honest. We all win. I picked the Nakano's mama. Do I have to
Yes.
explain any further?
Have you seen her?
Have you? Yes.
Have you guys seen?
She's
Mama
gorgeous.
Nakano?
Who's Nakano's mama?
It's the,
Mama Nakano.
the Quint's mom. She's.
All right, I have to see this.
Wasn't there a gag in the manga that everybody thought she was like super attractive?
Yes.
Like it's even.
She is beautiful. She is beautiful.
Yeah. Hell yeah. She's great.
I can't wait to see this.
I'm purely judging this off looks, by the way. Even though I know like what happens in the story, it's very sad and all that. She tragically passes away, and it's terrible, and I cry every time. But holy crap, she's gorgeous. So
Sure.
that's my pick. Nakano's mom.
Let me see. Well, let me see this picture. I might sway my picture. Oh yeah, she's cute.
No, EA, you're supposed to be stunned.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Okay, hold on. Oh my god.
Better.
EA, who did you pick?
I gotta give it up to the Mashoko Tensei crowd out there. Zenith Grey Rat, aka Rudy's mama. She is, yeah, she's great. She's a pretty. I mean, I could have picked a lot of milfs from this show if I'm being completely honest. Even the ones that don't look old are apparently 40.
This is true, yeah.
But there's like a super G MILF like that's in there somewhere. She's like 100 years old and she got purple hair. Who's supposed to be what's her face's mom? But anyway, Zenith is my MILF of this season.
My MILF.
Yes, well, it's my choice for MILF. You know what I mean? Like she's good looking, and whenever she did that smile when she realized that Rudy was a gifted child at like 3 years old, and she does that,
Oh, yeah,
I'm just like, oh, yep, she's great.
All right, Satsuki, who is your MILF?
I want to say first there was a lot to choose from, and if I did not choose this the day I chose it, it would have gone to a different character. Have we all seen the Fruits Basket episode?
Anyone?
Yes.
I have, yeah.
Okay. It would have definitely went to Akito's mother.
Oh my god.
If not for, I didn't watch it until today, so unfortunately she missed the cut. But my choice was Emilia.
There's always next season.
Yeah, next time. Well, actually no. This is the last time, so this is it. Next awards, but yeah. I chose Emilia because she's apparently a MILF after getting kissed by Subaru.
Keep in mind, she's mentally 15, fellas.
I mean, yeah, true.
Wait.
See, maybe mother, I would like to
friend.
Converse.
Mother frienders.
Oh, okay.
She's mentally 15. So then how old is she really?
Like 100 something?
Wait, Amelia's 100?
Or maybe she's like in her 90s.
What? You're kidding me.
Yeah, she's a half elf. The typical trippy half elf that lives forever.
I didn't know she was like that old. Yep. Is it because she was like frozen a long time?
That, and she just never ages because they're elves.
But they eventually die, don't they?
Eventually, just age much differently than humans.
Oh wow, I had no idea she was that old.
Yep, she's an oldie.
So she is getting with someone who's 15.
Well, Subaru's 18.
Oh, is he 18?
He's legal.
I thought he was in high school.
Well,
I am all kinds of confused. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure at the time of season 2, he's 18. So.
Okay, my bad. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm cutting into everyone's time being confused and not understanding stuff. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's pretty much it.
All right, cool.
So I don't care who wins. You all decide. In my opinion, everyone wins.
Because MILFs for life.
MILFs.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
I think what isn't her name Zenith? Zenith?
Yeah, Zenith.
I think Zenith is actually the correct choice. Mine was trollish. C's was based on pure lust.
Wait, whoa! Hold on.
And maybe EA's was too, but I actually think Zenith has a...
Listen, the award is called MILF Certified.
Yes, I know.
Well, okay, so let's change this up a little bit. Instead of saying mother I'd like to relations with, mother I'd like to friend. So which one do you want to be friends with the most?
I want to be friends with I'm still going with Zenith. I want to friend her so hard.
Yeah, I think EA would want to move it to a different stage.
We're all mother frienders here.
I mean, she got herself an unloyal husband.
Well,
actually, yeah. Hell yeah, Zenith.
Well, I was going to say I think Zenith deserves the spot because like her character is actually interesting because the dilemma of her on whether or not she was going to kick out the maid because of what she did and then decided to do it. And then she just ends up raising all the kids, so she's like ultimate MILF.
Ulti-MILF.
Ulti-MILF, power up.
Nakano was an ultimate MILF too, because she had quintuplets. Oh my! Actually, never mind. She had quintuplets. No, she deserves to win. She had fucking quintuplets.
Damn. So she pumped all those out at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Well, you know what? I take it back. She wins.
All right. The
To
Nakanos
look
mama?
that good, and still, have 5 kids all at once. Yeah.
No gray hairs on her head. No wrinkles.
She's the best.
I guess Nakano's mama wins. She is
All right.
officially MILF certified, aka mother I'd like to friend.
Sure.
I guess we're friending. Well, she's dead, so we can't really friend a dead body. But most
Wait,
disappointing.
she's dead?
She's dead. Most
I have to
disappointing.
use you for it.
We all picked The Promised Neverland. Well,
What
Sasi
the
picked
hell?
The Promised Goofy Land.
Listen, I will not call it by its name anymore. It is the Promised Goofy Land.
Okay.
That is the only name I know it by.
Listen, it just doesn't exist. It's for me, it's disappointing because we never actually got a Promised Neverland season 2. That's
Gosh,
and that's,
welcome to the Promised Goofy Land.
And
where all your dreams come. I'll fucking do it again. Guilty. Murder.
Listen, I picked. It seems we're all on the same page here. I don't know what your guys' reasonings are, but it's really sad that The Promised Neverland never just got an adaptation to begin with. And from what I heard, from people who've read this very underrated manga that doesn't have an adaptation for it, of any kind, is that a lot of people believe that season 2 is where the series would have, really like hit off, even just as much as the proposed first season would have. So, it really sucks that it never got an adaptation. So for me, that's my most disappointing, is that season 2 just, it never happened, because many manga readers have stated, hey, that would be really cool if this series, got an anime adaptation. As we all know, it never got an anime adaptation, and it's never been adapted because it's never got an anime adaptation. So it's never got an anime adaptation. What do you guys think?
Oh my god. The reason why I also chose this one to be the most disappointing is, well, let's be realistic. It happened. You can't pretend like it never happened. See,
what happened?
It happened, and we all sat back and watched it happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Season 2 of Promised Goofy Land. It happened.
Oh, Promised Goofy Land. I'll fucking do it again.
You sounded like more Yogi than anything. Hey there, boo boo. Let's go get some fucking picnic baskets and score with these other bears. But yeah. So the Promised Goofy Land. Such a shame, because season 2 Promised Goofy Land, like the first one was really good, but then the second season just went into a completely different direction. They didn't know the concept of time. Apparently 1 year happens in a day, and just weird stuff happens that makes zero sense. And hey, let's wrap this all up in 11 episodes when they could have easily have made 5 seasons if they adapted it properly. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an anime only person. But yeah, that's the reason why I hated the goofy son of a bitch.
I had a fever dream about a show called The Promised Neverland Season 2. It was madly rushed. It concluded what should have been, at the very least, 3 seasons, maybe 4 seasons of a story, and it condensed it into 1 season with a recap after episode 5, with 11 episodes, with the shitting on Isabella as a character, Norman as a character, everyone I love as a character, as a collective. I had a fever dream about that. But luckily, it wasn't The Promised Neverland Season 2. It was The Promised Goofy Land. And that is why it is the most disappointing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it was only a dream, because, man, could you imagine if that really happened?
Yeah, yeah, we should just
That
all
would've been
move on
bad.
from these terrible dreams that we've been having. The one that got away, the show we wish we watched instead of... the promised Goofy Land.
No, there was another show on the list, but I'll save that for later.
I picked bottom tier Tomozaki-kun, my good friend Mizu Sauce Mix, as I call Mizu Sauce Senpai. He just kind of recommended this to me, and it's not the best show ever. It really is. It really is another light novel school adaptation thing. It's snafu, but just not nearly as complicated, or as I just in every aspect it's just kind of weaker, I think. But even then, I still think this would have been a really fun show to cover because I think a lot of the characters are really interesting and cool to talk about. And it's a shame the show won't get a season 2 because while like I'm not gonna run out and tell anybody to watch this show, I personally wouldn't mind another season. I wouldn't mind another 2 seasons. Just because it's just enjoyable. It was fun. It was very light. Get in, get out. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. EA, what did you pick?
Well, I think I could save this one up for Sasuke. He'll go into more detail. But the only reason I picked this one was because I was following Sasuke, literally posting about it on Twitter. And I think I was sold after the bitch comment, and there was like something else that happened too, where
I know exactly
like,
the scene. You want me to say what happened to see? Because
please do.
So basically, the scene went like this. Just for context, there was a very loud character in the show, and there was a girl who was petrified of him, and she said something like this. She said, "I mean, I don't care if he's a good guy. That's not the problem. I can't stand people who are loud and annoying." And then you just see her hiding behind another character.
Yep, like that. That is what sold me. I was like, I think I need to check this show out now. So, take it away, Sasuke.
Horimiya is a really lax show to get into. It's not something you got to think about too much. I think the characters, like the cast, are all just fun. It's a slice of life series, a romance series as well. I already talked about Miyamura and Hori a little bit, but those two, which is it kind of reminds me of Wataku. If anybody has seen that show, where they just get together and it's not any added drama in their relationship. It's like a relationship that you would typically see in real life. Not to say that in real life there's no drama in relationships. It's just that it's not exaggerated how a lot of shows make it to where there's like harems or fucking lollies that come out off the top ropes or something like that.
What is a wrestling match with lollies?
I mean, just watch some of them.
Oh my god, he's coming off the top ropes and oh my humanity.
That lolly had a family.
Girlfriend. But yeah, it's just a fun show. So I feel like we would have all enjoyed it and we would have kept watching it until the very end. I still have to watch the very last episode, but yeah, Miyamura, Hori, fun characters, the whole entire cast, Yuki. Yeah, good show.
I watched 2 episodes of it. You need to watch more, of course. And I agree. I think this is the correct option. This is the most correct option ever. Like, holy crap. We definitely should have watched this show. Definitely.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
Definitely should have watched it. Definitely.
This next one's going to be fun.
Thigh Meat Award, of course, named after Rika Takarada from SS Gridman.
Dude, they brought back SSSS, but they call it like Diamond something or other.
Diamond is unbreakable.
Yeah, Diamond is unbreakable. It's the exact same thing.
And they have a thigh person in there.
Gotta have the thighs.
Gotta have the thighs.
Promote the show. Just like the mascot.
This is like we named it Thigh Meat because Rika, that whole anime was just extremely overrated, much like really any Trigger anime after Kill la Kill, sadly. Because Kill la Kill is great, but Yeah, it's just, most overrated pretty much. I picked The Promised Neverland Season 2. Guys, listen, I appreciate you telling me that Promised Neverland Season 2 would be a great anime adaptation. But let me tell you something. I'm sick and tired about hearing this manga I've never read that has never gotten an anime adaptation. Listen, if you're gonna come step to me and say The Promised Neverland Season 2 would have been great and would have been a great adaptation, get out of my face. Get out of my... It never happened. It will never happen. And the reason why it'll never happen is because it's overrated. Okay?
All right.
EA, what did you pick?
I picked the show we literally got done discussing at the very beginning of the show, Wonder Egg Priority.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, this didn't age well.
No, it didn't. Well, to be fair, I still think it's just a little overrated, and the only reason I call it overrated is because of the fact that it's mainly like there's really not much of a story, if we're going to be completely honest. I mean, it's more about the human nature of losing someone more than anything else, and the animation drop dead gorgeous, and you can tell they spent every last penny in animation because it looks beautiful. But as far as the characters who are outside of the main four, I think what really got me to thinking this show was overrated was the last 3 episodes, especially with Frill and the 2 crash test dummy scientists who just wanted a random daughter just because they could. That whole story just made me, I don't know, it really made me reconsider a lot of things when it came to this show. That's why I was like, well, maybe the show was I was a little more overhyped on this show than I originally anticipated. Because if that was the best they could do for because I personally thought the whole trying to save their friends from committing suicide by doing all the to bring them back from the dead after committing suicide and doing the egg things, I thought that was more than enough. But then when they went ahead and added all those plot devices and all these, I don't know, weird plot holes that were throughout, it just kind of made it more unbearable. So Wonder Egg Priority is my overrated. Again, I'm still gonna watch the special episode that comes out in the summer, but maybe my attitude will change once that comes out and it won't be overrated anymore. Maybe it will be everything we thought it was.
I will say, EA, it's funny that you say it's overrated or the most overrated. I think Wonder Egg Priority has been slept on. That's the reason I recommended it to you guys initially, is because it was getting nothing. It wasn't being talked about by anyone. And I think because of word of mouth, this series quickly grew and rose to what it has become. And I actually don't think it's overrated at all. I think it's probably perfectly rated at this point.
It's mid-rated.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's in. I don't think it's overrated. I don't think it's underrated. I think it's mid-rated. There you
go. Before I just want to give my opinion on that a little bit, just because from what I've been seeing, the people who talk about Wonder Egg, a lot of people give this like a 10 out of 10. I rarely see anybody have like my opinion on it where I'm just like, I think it's good, but I don't think it's like great. So just like from the bubble I live in when it comes to the anime community, I'm more on EA side because I do think it's overrated, and I feel like we always have to kind of define this because like when you call something overrated, it's kind of triggering for a lot of people. When I say overrated, it's just my opinion being a little lower on it than what I feel is the general consensus on it. And again, this is just my bubble of it. It overrated. Me thinking it's overrated doesn't mean it's actually overrated or anything like that. It's just my experience with it. So Like this applies to my choice as well. When I say it's overrated, doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means that I think people have too high of an opinion of it. All right. So my choice was The Promised Goofy Land. Okay.
Oh shit, your fever
And
dream?
The Fever Dream. All right.
Shit, man.
And I am basing this off of what I see on my anime list currently. The Promised Goofy
Dude, they
Land.
gave your fever dream a rating?
Yeah. I mean, dreams do come true. The score is a 5.83. And some may say,
Holy
wait,
shit.
how's that overrated? Because it's too damn high. It should be a 2. It should be up in the ranks with
XR's better.
XR.
XR is better than your fever dream.
Yes. It's too damn high. It should be two scores lower. All right. 2 number scores lower. It should be in the 3s and the 2s or something like that. It's too damn high. The Promised Goofy Land is a 3 at best.
Listen, I don't know who the main character of the Promised Goofy, like your fever dream is, the Promised Goofy Land, but I would say that the police girl is way better than whoever the fuck is the main character in the Promised Goofy Land. EA, I thought you said Goofy, right?
Yeah, it has to be Goofy. I mean,
Yeah, fuck Goofy.
Well, how could you say something so mean to me there? SeaTactics, I'm gonna blow your brains out.
Spoilers.
Goofy needs to settle down. He's already convicted for murder.
I don't know what you guys think based off your thoughts on Wonder Egg at this point. So I don't know if it could go down to, in my opinion, I think too many people talk about, giving The Promised Neverland season 2 its anime adaptation. And to me, I think, once again, I like that people are talking about it. I think it should get adapted, but we should start with season 1 first and get out of my face with your season 2 shit. Okay. We gotta start with season 1, y'all, before we even adapt a single hint of season 2. Now, The Promised Goofy Land, that's a good, compelling argument that his fever dream is rated too high. And then, Wonder Egg priority, fair enough. So which one is it out of the 3?
Man, it's kind of tough. Initially, I was actually going to pick Wonder Egg priority until The Promised Goofy Land came back into my memory. Okay, so I'll do this on which I think is overrated more. So with Wonder Egg, I always see it gets scored like a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, around that range, and I rate it probably like a 7 out of 10. So that's like 2 scores. Going by my anime list and how they judge The Promised Goofy Land, it's almost at a 6, and I believe that it's a 3 at best, or 3 or 4. I think The Promised Goofy Land is rated a little too higher than a Wonder Egg priority. So
all right,
my vote still goes to The Promised Goofy Land.
Well, my vote was a conjecture amongst the Promised Neverland manga fans, so that I saw on Reddit or something. So I don't think mine really works. So it's I guess Promised Goofy Land?
Yeah, you guys win. Just 2 against 1.
There we go, Promised Goofy Land. Satsuki's fever dream. That somehow got an anime adaptation.
I want to thank the Academy for this.
It got an adaptation over the Promised Neverland season 2, which is the craziest shit. And it's got a similar naming scheme. Favorite moment, coined by EA, by the way. Favorite moment, aka fuck shit. I picked Declaration of War, because goddamn Willie Tybur, he sacrificed himself to give one of the most epic speeches I've ever seen in anime. I love it. What'd you pick, EA?
I picked the part where Eren fucks shit up in AOT. Yes, the Declaration of War. Eren, he eats that bitch in one gulp, and then he just goes ahead and starts just massacring everybody, diving, sliding into home base, and like just doing break dances, takes the freaking the Warhammer Titan and just absorbs her, and it's amazing.
Majin Buu, a breakdancing Booker T Majin Buu.
Yeah, he does the spinneroonie on that bitch, and then just all up in there. No, not on her, because you gotta knock him down with that spinneroonie.
I feel like EA watched a completely different show from us.
No, it happened. So that happened, and then he dropped the elbow, used the other Titan to like shatter her in 2 million bits, and he consumed her. And then
this is just a wrestling match.
Everything happened all at once, and it was amazing. And I was getting sweaty, and I had to take my shirt off because it was just so incredible, just how it was all happening. And then before I knew it, my pants were off, and I was, in my underwear watching this show, just absolutely being encapsulated by everything that was happening, and I just never wanted it to stop. And then all of a sudden, Gabby had to ruin it by being, I'm gonna get on the ship and just blow Sasha away. And Sasha, no, not Sasha. Why you gonna fucking? And that was my favorite moment.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest, Satsuki. I think I'm going with EA.
I didn't even say anything. I didn't say anything.
Too late.
Okay.
Satsuki, what did you pick?
I just want to preface this by saying I would have actually gone with the Siege choice, because that is one of my favorite moments in Attack on Titan in general. But since we're talking about the anime, I got to talk about how like the anime made me feel. And actually, it would have been a different moment. My moment would have been when Survey Corps showed up, but that's because I was so thirsty to see them again in the manga when I first read it. But for the anime, my moment is, where's the enemy? What Aaron said before we had, like, I guess you could say it's the second declaration of war on the side of Marley in Pardis Island. I just love that scene because Pieck reassures Gabby that she's on her side with a smile. And then when she points at Aaron and she says, there, and then it sets off Porco to do his attack. And then, at the end, we see Aaron and Reiner staring off into each other, and just it marks the end of that season. I think that whole moment is just great. So that's my moment.
All right, EA wins.
Fuck.
He literally explains some weird fever dream version of AOT. So there you go. I guess it's not called The Promised Goofy Land. It's called Aaron fucks shit up in AOT. This is the anime. This is his fever dream. That's what it's called. It's probably got like an 11 out of 10 on Mal. Worst moment of the season. I picked The Promised Neverland Season 2 because, damn, y'all will not stop talking about how this needs an adaptation. It's never going to happen. Okay? They got to adapt Season 1 first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure.
EA, what do you got?
So, my worst moment was ever becoming familiar with X-Arm in any way, shape, or form. Because X-Arm is the worst thing that's ever come out in the history of all anime. I mean, it's pretty much up there. Like, if there was a Mount Rushmore of shitty anime, it would be like George Washington, if not Abe Lincoln. It's up there.
Up there with Promised Goofy Land.
Yes, Goofy Land is up there too with his big old floppy ears and goofy face. Hence the name Goofy. But yeah, X-Arm, just ever knowing that it became a thing is the worst moment of this season.
Somebody needs to do fan art of like The Promised Neverland, but it's The Promised Goofy Land and has all the Mickey Mouse like Disney characters and shit. Iron Man's
Oh
in
my
there for some
God.
reason. Iron Man is Ray.
Oh my gosh, that would be
Pretty
so
great.
funny.
Satsuki, what'd you pick?
My worst moments of this season did not come from an anime moment. It came on this podcast when I'd seen something that I never thought I'd see before in my life. I seen EA sell his soul for $50 to Hollow. I seen it with my own eyes. Hollow had like this evil grin on his face that only I could see, that EA was completely full towards. He could not see the future of it, but I knew what was going to happen. When he gave his soul for $50 every week, he would have to come on the podcast, endure about 20 minutes of pure torture. And I knew what it was going to do to his condition, but once your soul is gone, you're soulless, and that's it.
I heard that moment is the prequel to The Promised Goofy Land.
When I sold my soul?
Yeah, it's like the Fate Zero of the Promised Goofy Land universe.
I thought it was like a side story.
Well,
Or
see, that's the
OVA.
thing. It's conjecture at this point,
I like how I'm in an anime. That's what I like. I would do great in an anime, I think. I would totally like freaking Adachi Tsushimamura would have been like a horror murder show if I was in it.
Oh my
My God.
I'd be like, alien, come out and play. And then the alien's just going, ooh.
All right, so EA, if he was in an anime, he would be a raging psychopath with a shotgun.
Hobo with a shotgun.
Yep. One of the first speaking characters in all of Dragon Ball Z.
He's
All right.
iconic for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hollow,
you are not going to sell my soul. He said, remember, $100 for season 2. No. I say no.
You're gonna have to convince Crunchyroll to get that out. I mean, EA's pick and Satsu's pick are pretty much the exact same thing. Like,
I'm gonna go with Satsuki though, just because I should have never have done that.
Yeah.
Well, EA's moment would have been pretty much the start of XR, the very first time we talked about it.
Yeah.
Mine would have been when we went in the chat and Hollow offered the soul swap for the $50.
Soul
So
swap. Oh my God. So yeah. EA sells his soul for $50. Worst moment of the season. Next award, we're getting into the main event here. We're getting into the last 3 big awards of the season. As always, people love these awards. They're so great. This one is dedicated to Beloved, our favorite. We love her dearly. She only speaks amazing words, and that is Nezuko, the lolly, the sister of Tangerine from the show known as Dargon Slayer. Who could forget such memorable lines like or just great lines. So we picked what I believe to be her most beautiful voice line of all time, which of course is Now, due to translating Japanese to English, it's very difficult for us over here to do it at the studio. We would hire an intern, but we don't have money. So we don't actually know what this award means. So the award actually means nothing, but it means everything. And because of that, my pick is Superbad. Now, okay.
The movie?
The movie Superbad. Now, I want to preface this. This is not the whole award. I haven't announced the whole award yet. So this is me announcing my pick for this season for award. This is now, keep in mind, full stop, this is the whole award. Superbad is a pretty good movie and honestly a classic. I remember watching it as a kid and really enjoying it, but watching it again recently on Netflix, I came to have a new perspective for it as an adult. Jonah Hill and Michael Cera play their roles perfectly. Bill Hader and Seth Rogen and the crazy-ass cops are awesome. And who could forget McLovin, the 25-year-old Hawaiian man with only one name? Also, wow, that scene with the detailed penis drawings was pretty hilarious. I'd give Superbad a 9 out of 10. It's a truly great film, and I think it's even more than just a teen film, and this is a film people of all ages can enjoy. That's my pick.
And
that's literally the award.
It has Emma Stone's first debut being in that movie.
This is true. So that is like literally that whole thing was my nomination. Not Superbad the movie. That whole paragraph is my nomination. I nominate my writing about Superbad.
Beautiful.
Well, when it comes to me, I've done this in the past where I've said my left testicle. I've said alien Shuko lolly noise. That was last season.
Beautiful moments, by the way.
Yep. One of the worst and best moments of my life. Just because I made C laugh so incredibly hard to where he was in tears.
I was dying, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. But this season, I had to think real good and hard of a special moment. And I can't think of one more worthy than Rudy tapping on Gasoline's ass in Mushoku Tensei. Where, you know, when you spank on a booty, you normally would hear a little smack to it. You would assume.
Absolutely.
Beautiful stuff. But whenever he went to go for... Well, not only that, but Gasoline was just so open for us. He was just like, okay, yeah, let me pull down my pants. She just was so... just without a care in the world. But when Rudy went to tapping on it, it was literally like concrete.
Beautiful.
This is her ass? God damn.
You know what's crazy about that sound? Her ass is like more solid than Guts of Sword in Berserk 2016 anime. Because like Guts Sword, the Dragon Slayer sounds like pots and pans.
It does. It literally does.
Like her ass is literally more solid than Dragon Slayer.
Distorted pots and pans. That's literally what his sword sounds like.
Yep.
Crazy.
Solid ass.
Yep, but that's mine. Rudy tapping on Gasoline's booty.
EA, truly brave. Me and you, we are brave individuals, and it's now time to move on to Satsuki to announce his brave award so that he can be brave and
right.
brave. Let's all be brave for Satsuki so he can be brave.
All right, I need complete silence for this one because it's going to be very long and insightful, and I think everyone should take notes on this because this moment I chose, Lord, yeah, that's it.
All right. Okay.
That wins.
Yeah, that wins. I agree. That is it. Truly exemplifies because it's almost like it's not even words that are being spoken, and the award that this is based off of, it's the same kind of energy, you know, and I feel like that really exemplifies and embodies the values that we as humans enjoy and respect. And I think that's very brave of you, Saucy. Very brave. Very brave.
Well, I don't want to rain on people's parade, but if you want to really break down what this award is to its core, I'm sorry to say, people, it's onomatopoeia from lollies. I said it.
Brave.
All right.
Brave.
Okay.
King Nothing, aka the Goblin Slayer Award of Excellence, because we hate that show. I really hate that show. I hated that show so much, I decided to make an award to remind everyone how much I hate Goblin Slayer.
I didn't think it was that bad.
the Goblin Slayer Award of Excellence, which at this point we could really rename it the X-Arm Award of Excellence.
Yes.
It's time.
We need
time.
it. I agree that I can't think of a better anime to take the name of Goblin Slayer Award of Excellence than X-Arm.
This is true. I picked The Promised Neverland Season 2 because at this point I'm tired of hearing about people telling me that they should adapt this season. Listen! They haven't even adapted Season 1 yet. What makes you think they're just going to adapt Season 2, you idiots? What makes you think that?
You
what
stupid idiots.
Yeah. I'm offended. And the fact that I have to, say these things after I went through that brave moment in my life announcing, award winner? Ridiculous. EA, what did you pick?
I think there's an anime that comes around once in a generation to be the absolute most shit it could possibly be. And I cannot think of an anime more deserving of this title than to knock off the Goblin Slayer title and to be renamed X-Arm Award of Excellence. Because this show it's one of those, it's so bad, it's almost like a work of art in a way. You're looking at something so incredibly bad, it's like a car wreck. You know it's there, you know what happened, sometimes you gotta slow down and look to see if you'll find like a limb or something, like a severed head. Because even though it's horrible and just awful, you have to take a look to see how bad it is. But X-Arm, undoubtedly, is one of the worst animes I've ever seen, not just this season, but of all seasons. So, X-Arm, take a bow. You suck ass. Congratulations.
This is without a doubt the worst show we've ever watched on KOA. Satsuki, what did you pick?
I too picked X-Arm. Bouncing off of EA. This anime was pretty bad. Actually, no, that doesn't do it justice. It was catastrophically terrible. It was one of the worst TV, and I think it is the worst TV anime according to my anime list. So not only is it validated by our opinions, it's validated by my anime list. You can put as much credibility, to those two things as you want, but whether you like it or not, X-Arm sits amongst like the worst anime ever. Like it's sitting on levels it's going to depths like further than abysses. Like it is crazy how far like name one thing this anime did good. The characters, the story, the animation, the plot, anything. You would have to just like lie. You would just have to lie to come up with something. Like this anime is I think EA is right. I think it's time. Replace Goblin Slayer and put X-Arm as our face, the mascot of pure ineptitude.
Yeah, I guess we got to do it now. This is not pre-planned. It's something I said, and I agree. Much as I hate Goblin Slayer, I mean, King Nothing, the X-Arm Award of Excellence, kind of just rolls off the tongue. So I think with that, it's just the worst. It's the worst. One of the worst anime ever made. I have seen bad anime that have way more integrity than this. This whole thing felt like Crunchyroll cashing in, just trying to fucking throw something out there. And you know what? If this was a marketing scheme, you guys are brilliant. Because it got us to talk about it. X-Arm wins.
Sure.
X-Arm wins. And the last award of tonight's show, the award that everybody loves to hear. We all gather around for it. King of Anime Winter 2021. The name of the podcast, the award to go with it. I picked Attack on Titan: The Final Season because, come on, it's the most extreme polar opposite of X-Arm. It's perfect. It's amazing. There's almost nothing I've ever hated about this whole series. It's that good. So that's what I pick. EA?
I too also picked Attack on Titan. Because, I mean, come on. It's Attack on Titan. You pretty much already said it. It's everything the opposite of what X-Arm is in every sense of the word. But Attack on Titan, I mean, even though it hasn't ended yet, this is an anime that I could say I always look forward to every time it was released. You know, it brought back my love and desire for anime again, because not this season, but I guess, I don't know, there was a time when I just wasn't really watching it. Then I was catching up just so that we could get ready to watch it on this show. And I don't know, just taking that whole time just to catch up with everything and to watch the show or the final season on top of it. It was a fun ride. And yeah, Attack on Titan is just undoubtedly one of the best shows out there. And I mean, there's a lot that came close in my opinion, because there was a lot of good anime that came out this season. You know, Re:Zero Season 2, freaking Mushoku Tensei was, to be honest, one of the biggest surprises of the year. But overall, Attack on Titan is the king of anime of winter 2021.
As for me, we are uniform in this. I chose Attack on Titan. The final season, part 1. So like, I think what Attack on Titan did so well is switch our entire perspectives on who are the heroes of the stories, who are the villains of the stories, and not even just switch it, because it switched it for a little bit, and then it just blurred the line between the terms, because once we went to Marley and whatnot, we had characters like Gabby, like focus on Reiner, seeing Porco peak. We start to understand why they are the way they are, why they attacked, why they're doing what they're doing, and it gets to a point to where you start to question our protagonists, like, are they in a right? Like, who is really in the right? And like I said, I think just posing that question is interesting. So that has to do with the story and going into like the characters. I think the newly introduced characters, like I already went over peak, characters like Magath and whatnot, I think they did well with those characters too. Because when I first read this arc of Attack on Titan, Marley, I did not give a fuck about anybody. All right. And that's just because we switched our entire focus on characters that we never seen before. But I think Attack on Titan did a good job of making you care for these characters and feeling for their plight, what they've been going through, especially Gabby, because she's personally one of my favorites coming from Marley. The animation was phenomenal for coming from Mappa. A lot of people had their reservations about the switch from Wit to Mappa, but I think they knocked everything out of the park. So just visually, things look good. The music in Attack on Titan is always good, so that's nothing we have to really worry about. A lot of action-packed scenes, and I think the setup too has been well. So yeah, I think like overall, Attack on Titan was head and shoulders above everything I've been watching. All right, and that's not a knock against the other stuff. I just think Attack on Titan has been that good for me, that great for me. So that is my choice.
I mean, I am totally biased in picking AOT as well. because not because of recent success, because of I owe almost completely to AOT and also the Promised Goofy Land. By the way, I don't think I ever told you this, Sasuke. I did a whole series on the Promised Goofy Land based on your fever dream.
Oh my god.
Yeah. A couple of those videos, one of them got almost 500,000 views. So, just saying.
Holy crap.
It was everything you need to know before the Promised Goofy Land. So, it was getting people prepared for the fever dream, right? Like, you're going in, you're going to have to, get prepared. It's a fever dream, y'all. Like, withholding all the success I've gotten just because of AOT and riding off its coattails so fucking hard. Besides that, it is literally the series that got me back into anime. Like, no jokes. I'm not lying when I say that. It literally was. I subscribed way back in 2014 or 2013 or whatever to Loot Crate, and I have it in my video where I talk about this. Go back in my channel. It came out like 2 or 3 months ago or something like that. I subscribed to Loot Crate, and the crate that the theme for that month was Attack on Titanfall. It was a mashup of Attack on Titan and the video game Titanfall. 2 of my most favorite properties of all time, by the way, now, which is crazy to think about. But and it came with Volume 1 of Attack on Titan, and I read it. Like, it sat on my shelf for like a month or so, and then I finally read it, and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking amazing. This is incredible. I've not read anything like this ever before. This is totally new. Manga at that time, I was familiar with Dragon Ball Z manga as a kid, so I knew what manga was. I was like, oh, I like manga. I like the whole aspect of, it's flipped. You read different ways than normal. I like that. And it's just the story. I still have that manga to this day because I keep it just as like this memento. Because it literally, Attack on Titan literally gave me everything in regards to YouTube. And now it's given back to me again in the form of, almost 37,000 subscribers. So, yeah, very, very sentimental series for me. So I am biased, but it's kind of why I picked it. But I don't know if you guys have some, crazy emotional story like I do about AOT. I wouldn't know you guys without AOT. Literally wouldn't.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a crazy emotional story. I just like seeing Titans fight each other.
I thought you were gonna say you just like seeing Peak, but
I mean, she's not my favorite, but Peak is very great.
EA.
As for me, yeah, Attack on Titan holds a special place in my heart, not just for me personally, but for the fact that I was finally able to connect with other people who like anime just as much as me. Because, I don't know, growing up, you kind of had to, like, if you talked about anime, you were looked at as, you like anime? Oh, you weirdo.
You like
what
porn?
the hell is anime? Right. Isn't that like with stuff with the tentacles and whatever? It's, you always have to explain stuff to people. It's like, no. But then, they show you something and you're like, okay, yeah, that is an anime, but that's not what I watch.
Right, yeah. It's you're embarrassed, totally.
Right. And then, but anyway, like, as I've always said, Attack on Titan brought anime to the mainstream, and I stand by that to this day just because, like, immediately after that show came out, everyone that I knew was like, dude, have you heard of this show? And I'm thinking, I usually have to ask you that. Now you're asking me, have I heard of this show? Of course I've heard of this show. But it's just incredible just to think just that how just one property just kind of like made this whole anime thing just blow up. And yes, we had other animes that come out later on, with your My Heroes and ReZero, One Punch Man, to like make that even more so popular. But it's just, I think it started with Attack on Titan, and I enjoy it every time I watch it. I'm never bored. Even the slower ones, like where there's supposed to be nothing going on, no fuck shit going on, it's still fun just to, read those comments that, or not comments, like the dialogue between the characters. It's really neat. So yeah, I love Attack on Titan, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel when it ends. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be disappointed or if I'm gonna like it. Is it gonna have a Game of Thrones thing where I'm gonna be distraught after it ends?
Oh Lord. Well,
Because that was a show that I spent years watching, and then when it finally ended, I felt like I was just pissed on and punched in the face when it was over. So I'm hoping. I mean, I know Sasuke's being quiet right now, but I'm hoping that's not the case, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens a year from now, because that's how long we gotta wait for final season part 2.
not me.
Yep.
Plug. I'm reading it and be doing videos on it every week until I'm finished with it. Damn.
Still have to wait a year for the anime.
Yeah.
Yep, I do. I'm gonna be the only one that doesn't know, while you two will be like, "So EA, what did you think of it?" And I'm gonna be like, I'll tell you what I thought." Oh, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh.
Wait, was I like that this season?
Oh no, you weren't. I
Satsuki's like
no,
the
I
Toru
talk.
gif.
No, I talk. I talk about like that. You know, I'm just saying, like, people in general, whether they be on comments or in, not the people in chat right here. Usually, these people are pretty good. I'm talking about the, you know, if you have an opinion about a show that's based off a manga, there's always somebody that's, wait till you get to this part, or, oh no, wait till you get to that part.
Yeah.
I always hate those people, just because it's like, let me enjoy it. I'm not saying you guys will do that. I was merely just pointing all that stuff out.
Well, we've come to the end of the show. The winner, AOT, well deserving.
Yes.
So is whatever the hell Satsuki's award for was, and X-Arm, fuck you. Thanks everybody for by extension, I guess Hollow as well. Thanks everybody for watching this week. EA, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me over at Everything Animated. Guess what? I'm posting videos again, y'all. I'm doing a weekly podcast with my good friend Rising Sun Reviews on My Hero Academia Season 5. We just did one today before this video. We did one literally right before I came on to here. So today's been nothing but podcasts all day. I'm going to pass the fuck out whenever I'm done. But I have that going on. I have a Twitch, KillerZeke87. I don't know why. I had some trolls the past couple of times I streamed, and I'm looking to get more good people to watch me and to comment and not be assholes. So if you want to follow me there, I would greatly appreciate it, because I play every Sunday, community stream. Don't be a dick. And finally, I have my All Elite Couple channel. It's a couple I have with... it's a couple. It's a channel I have with my girlfriend and I, where we do reviews on All Elite Wrestling. We do, like reactions to videos and wacky stuff and shenanigans. Please subscribe to our channel there. We are almost at 200. It would greatly appreciate it if we were to follow us there. And that's all that's going on with me. I'm a busy boy.
Satsuki, are you a busy boy?
Yes. I've come back to YouTube, so I'm doing videos, my main channel and my live reaction channel. I've been making sure that both of those are active. I've been live reacting to JoJo Part 4. I think I already put like 2 videos out for that. Live reacted to Fruits Basket. I'm going to try to do it every week. I can't promise it, but I'm going to try. I put that video out today. And I'm uploading my ReZero videos to this site called Odyssey because I can't do it on YouTube for fear of being prosecuted. So like I have a link to that if you go to my live reaction channel. So if anybody is interested in my ReZero live reactions, that's how you get to it. I actually gotta upload the latest one. Pretty much I'm uploading everything that I reacted to of season 2, part 2. Now I'm uploading video every day. So that's how I'm doing things, and that's where you can find me.
Used to know a guy named Odyssey. I wish he would return. He just disappeared one day. He hasn't come back. So Odyssey, if you're watching this, message me on Twitter, Discord, dude. Where are you at? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Next week we begin spring 2021. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna be talking about Vivi. And not only that,
Are we?
yeah, I guess so.
Shit.
Vivi, 2-Year Eternity. I forget what.
2-Year Eternity, Fruits Basket,
Fruits Basket,
Shaman King, 86,
86,
and Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers, and adding on everyone's personal favorite, Sasuke's personal favorite, Eden's Zero.
Wait. What, huh?
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Wait
kidding.
a minute.
Just kidding. But I may do some videos on Eden Zero. I love that series. I'm not gonna lie, a little biased. But anyways, see you guys later. Bye bye.
Danny.